accounting we explained with an example of a company which we formed and the uses of accounting and the process of accounting. I will come to this later again, and some terminology, right? So newly admitted students who can refer to this video recording of my first session also. So that was just an introduction to accounting. Okay. So my second session, I'm going to explain accounting concepts and conventions. So what is GAAP? GAAP? GAAP. Generally accepted accounting principle. Very good. So an accountant, while doing the process of accounting, must have to follow certain concepts or principles and conventions. He cannot choose his own method of accounting. Okay, so what are the rules and principles which guide an accountant? But now India is converged from GAAP to what? IFRS. What is IFRS? What is IFRS? Very good. International
Financial Reporting Standards.
Okay, very good. IFRS. So that is a globally accepted accounting standard. We'll start with IFRS when you start our normal syllabus. Okay. So IFRS is not discussing in detail here in foundation course. The process of convergence that we will discuss later. Now, let me discuss on the accounting concepts and conventions. The first accounting concept is business entity concept. Business entity concept. What is this concept? Means the owner and the business are two separate legal entity. Owner is different, the business is different. So, do you remember our example? So this was the plan we discussed last class. Fatima is our student, started a business of manufacturing bamboo furniture. With these are the assets, these are the expenses, these are the income, liability, etc. But accountant is preparing accounts for whom? Is it for Fatima or Fatima's Bamboo Tech?
Fatima Bamboo Tech.
Yeah, not for the owner, but for the company. So that is called separate legal entity. Clear? So Fatima started business by bringing 2 crores rupees cash. Right? So that is a liability to the business because the owner is a separate legal entity. The owner brings money into the business. So it is a responsibility of the business to pay back the money contributed by the owner because of the existence of the principal separate business entity concept. Is it clear? So what is business entity concept? Owner is different, his business is different. We are preparing account for the business and not for the owner. When Fatima do any other things in her purchase a car for her personal use, you need not record in books of account unless and until it is for the company. That is business entity concept. The business and its owner are two separate entities. Is it clear? That is the reason why, one more thing, the book of accounts are prepared from the point of view of the business and not from the point of view of the owner. Clear? And that is the reason why when the owner brings capital into the business, it is a liability to the firm. So it is the owner started this business, but it is considered as liability because you are preparing account for the business and not for the owner. It is a responsibility of the business to pay back the money which is contributed by the owner. Is it clear? So who is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Is it Archana? Okay, it is mute.
She's
Anyway.
not unmuted.
Ah. Please
He
unmute.
is talking.
No, ma. She's
on
actually
mute.
talking, but
Please unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, your name?
Aishwarya.
Okay, Shreya. Okay.
I had an issue with Wi-Fi, ma'am. I just got back 1 hour ago.
You please change your name to Aishwarya. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Because just now I joined. That's
The
what.
first time I'm seeing all of you, know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, is this concept clear for you? Separate
Yes,
legal entity? Yeah. So I'll move to next concept. Going concern concept. What is this going concern concept? The company will continue for a long period of time. Company is not going to wind up in the immediate future. That is going concern concept. Entity is a perpetual entity. It will continue for a long period of time. That is why you are providing certain provisions, etc. So that is going concern concept. Then very important, money measurement concept. What is money measurement concept? That is there in the definition itself. Only transaction which are of financial in nature. Do you remember, all transactions are event, but all events are not transaction. There are certain events in the organization that you cannot record. Can anyone give me an example of a transaction which is not of financial character? That means you cannot quantify it. Like, as I said earlier, Fatima attended a training program. That is really sort of inspiration to her as an owner. But you cannot measure it in terms of quantitative. Or when the owner went for, or when the staff went for strike, company is facing major problem, but you cannot quantify it, right? So you need not record transaction that you cannot measure in terms of money. Only those transactions that can be measured in terms of money are only recorded. In accounting, a record is made only for those transactions which can be measured and expressed in terms of money. When Fatima entered into a contract for this with Abhimanyu for supply of raw material for next 1 year, the signing of contract doesn't mean anything, right? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തമ്മിൽ ഒരു ടേംസിലെത്തി, but there is no financial, unless and until there is invoice or billing, you cannot record it as an accounting transaction. So this innovativeness, any experience or attitude, skill, honesty, these are some non-monetary transactions that you cannot record in accounting. Clear? So the first one is business entity concept. Very important. Owner and business are separate legal entity. You are preparing account for the business and not for the owner. And here going concern means company will exist for a long period of time. It is not going to wind up in the immediate future. Bibin, is it clear?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The third one is money measurement. Only transaction that can be entered in terms of money are recorded. Then there is accounting period concept. That means company will run for a long period of time, but at any point of time they must stop and look back how my business is running, right? There should be an ideal period for which you can prepare an account and check the profitability, your financial position, etc. So that convenient period is called accounting period. Usually the period is 12 months, right? You are preparing account. So for measuring the financial result, it is split into convenient short period. That period is called accounting period. It can be calendar year, or earlier it was March to April, or it can be from January to December. Ideally, you are preparing it for 12 months. The newspaper like the 1 year financial result of public limited companies and things like that. So that is accounting period concept. You are preparing account for 1 month. Very, very important concept. Cost concept. Cost concept. See, here in our example, Fatima's Bamboo Tech Do you remember Fatima was into the business of manufacturing bamboo furniture, right? Taking, bamboo stick from Wayanad district of Kerala, then manufacturing various furniture and selling to households and hotel and recreational business. Okay, Jilu, this was a business plan created by the student Fatima. So for discussing the accounting terms. So she started business by bringing 2 crores and she purchased some land, furniture, computer, machinery, etc. and spent some money here and started generating income. This is the case. Now, take the case of computer or any asset, land or building. She record at the price, at the book price or the historical price. So for example, the total cost of computer and security system is 3 lakhs. Okay, so when she started business, she recorded that 3 lakh is the cost of computer and security system. Okay, so after 3 months, the accountant came to know that the price is decreased to 2,50,000. What the accountant should do now? And also she purchased land and building for 50 lakh, and the accountant came to know that this 50 lakh is now increased to 60 lakh. Preeti, what should the accountant do now when the market price varies?
Appreciation and depreciation.
So what is accounting treatment? So this thing, no, the appreciation or depreciation or changes in the market price, you need not consider. Okay, all assets are recorded at historical price or purchase price. Market changes, the accountant should not take into consideration. Depreciation can be provided, that is the policy of business. How much is the depreciation? 10% or 20% or written down. But it is not depend on the market price. Is it clear, Preeti? Hello, Preeti.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
So what is cost principle? The changes in the market price are not accounted. So according to cost concept, it's very important. An asset acquired by a concern is recorded in the historical cost. That means the cost at the price at which they purchase. The market price is ignored. It's not practical also. Based on market value, changing your accounting records is not possible. Is it clear? So this is very important. Examine choikarundu. What is cost concept? Okay, it is a concept where assets are recorded in historical prices. Market volatility is not considered or accounted. Excuse me. Is it clear? Can I move to the next? Abhimanyu, is it clear? Abhimanyu?
കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട് മാം.
Is it clear what is cost concept?
ഞാൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ഇത് കേൾക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ
ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇവിടെ വന്ന് നോക്കിക്കേ, നമ്മളൊരു കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ മേടിച്ചു. 2010 ഒരു പ്രൈസ്, 2011 മാർക്കറ്റ് വാല്യൂ ചേഞ്ച് ആവാൻ തുടങ്ങി. Historical price remains same, but market value may vary in the next year or coming years. But ഇങ്ങനെ നമ്മളൊരു കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ മേടിച്ചിട്ട് മാർക്കറ്റ് വാല്യൂ ഡെയിലി വേരി ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഇതെല്ലാം വന്നിട്ട് എപ്പോഴും അക്കൗണ്ടന്റ് ഇരുന്ന് തിരുത്തണ്ടാന്ന്. ക്ലിയർ? മനസ്സിലായോ? മാർക്കറ്റ് വാല്യൂ അല്ല നമ്മൾ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, നമ്മൾ മേടിച്ച വാല്യൂ ആണെന്ന്. ക്ലിയർ? That is cost concept. Krista, is it clear for you?
Ma'am, yes, it's clear.
അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ, വേറെ ഒന്നും ഇല്ല കേട്ടോ. Now it's very important dual aspect concept. I will come to this last. കാരണം അത് ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് ആയിട്ട് I will come to this later today itself. Now the next is realization concept. Realization concept. Let me come back to our example. So for the new students, we were running a business like this. She purchased asset, and the first sales is from Haifa, is our student. Haifa was running a hotel, and she was ready to purchase furniture sets from Fatima's Bamboo Tech. Okay, she purchased around 30, 20 lakhs worth furniture sets from Haifa. She paid 10 lakh and 10 lakh is in credit. This was a case. Okay. Now, my question is, Haifa placed order in the month of June. Okay. June. And Fatima's Bamboo Tech delivered these products to Haifa in the month of July. And Haifa paid money in the month of August. Is it clear? In the month of June, Haifa placed an order for 20 lakh worth furniture. And July only Fatima could deliver those required products to Haifa. But Haifa made payment in the month of August. So the same sale events happened in 3 days. One day she placed order. Another day only Fatima could deliver product, and next month only Haifa paid money. So which is the actually date of this transaction? Or when Fatima sell products for 20 lakh, actual cost may be 50 lakh, 5 lakh is Fatima's profit. Okay, so ennaanu ee profit Fatima's Bamboo Tech generate cheythathu? That is the concept of realization. When did this sale happened actually? Is it in the month of June or July or August? That is my question.
Ma'am, June.
August.
June is the month where
The
she
invoice
placed an order,
might
right?
have, yeah.
But
So we might.
any other answer?
August. I think it is August.
August.
Because
August, ma'am.
Both are wrong answers. June just placed an order that there is no invoice, nothing. In the August, what happened in
is
the month
July.
of August?
So July invoice is
July.
created. Okay.
Yeah, invoice is created and actual delivery of ownership is transferred from Fatima to Haifa. So realization concept means the profit is said to be realized not when customer places an order, or it is not related to whether the customer paid money or not. Customer can pay money later also. That is called accrual principle. In accounting, when the products are actually delivered, that is when the invoice is created, that is the date of transaction. Okay, it is not based on whether the customer made payment or not. That can be after 1 year or 2 years. Clear? The non-commerce students പെട്ടെന്ന് ചിലപ്പം ഇച്ചിരി ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടാകും, but still try to understand the concept and the application ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ പിന്നെ നോക്കാം. So what is realization concept? Can you read this sentence? Profit is earned when goods or services are provided or transferred to customers. That is in the month of July in our example. Thus, it is incorrect to record profit when order is received. It is incorrect to record when in the month of June, where the order is received, or when the customer pays the goods, that is in the month of August. So both are wrong. So what is correct date? The date when the goods are actually delivered or the invoices are created. That is the concept of realization.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Say suppose I had placed an order, but I want delivery only after like maybe next month. So here the statement says that it is only registered when the profit is calculated on the basis of the goods transferred. The
And the
date.
invoice is created also. Yeah, if invoices is created on the same date, there is no issue.
Okay.
Okay. Just signing an order or placing an order is not an accountable transaction. If there is no other document to support this transaction. Is it clear, Preeti? Preeti, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So then it is matching concept. Matching concept means, see, if your salary per year is close to 30 lakhs, and if Fatima could not pay salary for 1 year or last 2 years, December or last 2 years, October, November, December, or November, December, the expenses and income should be matched. That means all expenses in the same period. It is based on the accrual. ഇതിന്റെ ഇപ്പൊ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെയാണ്. For example, salary paid in 2021 relating to last year, such salary is treated as expenditure or outstanding salary. If she cannot pay salary in 2019-20 and paying it on 2021, if she is paying it in the correct year, it is salary. Otherwise, it is salary, outstanding salary. Or advance കൊടുക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ advance salary, because that employees were working in this period. Okay, salary earned during this period. Okay, that is matching principle. The revenue and expenditure, there should be a match. We will discuss this also in detail later. So next, certain conventions. So these are certain principles that an accountant must follow. So these are certain principles an accountant must follow, starting from business entity concept and going concern concept, money measurement concept, accounting period concept, cost concepts, very important. Market fluctuations are not considered, and the dual aspect concept that we are going to explain now, and realization concept. Jilu, what is realization concept? Jilu, please unmute. What is this concept?
Assets should be realized on the date.
Assets?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember the example? Haifa placed order for furniture.
Yeah, ma'am. On the
Yeah.
month of June, July, August.
So the realization concept. When should be the date when
Goods
the
or
profit is
services are
concerned? Yeah. Clear.
transferred.
Then matching concept, revenue and expenditure should be matched. Speed കൂടുതലുണ്ടോ? And certain conventions, these are very simple conventions, that is materiality. Materiality means some immaterial items like these you need not consider as asset. It is stationary, it can be considered as expenses. Then full disclosure. It is mandatory that all information which is relevant and material must be disclosed and should not hide any important relevant matters. Now, conservatism. What is the meaning of the word conservatism or conservative? Mithun?
Hello.
What is conservatism means?
Actually, the business owner should anticipate all the,
Very good. Anticipate what?
anticipate anything that anything could happen. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it is anticipate
തുടങ്ങി വന്നപ്പോ ഞാൻ ഒത്തിരി പ്രതീക്ഷിച്ചു.
I don't know, crisis. Sorry.
എന്തൊരു സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് പഞ്ചായിരുന്നു.
മറന്നുപോയതോ?
കാണാതെ പഠിച്ചേക്കുവാണോ?
അല്ല, അത് മറന്നുപോയത്. അതിന് എന്തോ ഒരു ആന്റിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനെ പറ്റി പറഞ്ഞത് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ട്.
എന്തോ ആന്റിസിപ്പേറ്റ് അത്രയും ഓർത്തല്ല. ലിയാൻ, ഡു യു ഹാവ് എനി ഐഡിയ?
No, miss.
You are commerce or non-commerce student?
BBA.
Rakesh? You must watch my first session. Class recorded ആണ് കേട്ടോ. അതിന്റെ ഒരു കണ്ടിന്യൂഷൻ ഇല്ലാത്തോണ്ടാണ്. അത് വാച്ച് ചെയ്യണം മസ്റ്റായിട്ട്. രാകേഷ്?
Yes, miss.
Any idea on conservatism principle? I mean convention?
ഒരു യഥാർത്ഥ
Yeah. An accountant, this is the accountant should anticipate no profit but provide for all losses. That means if, for example, any case or lawsuit or anything with a third party, and 99% sure that the case is in favor of the company, but it should not accounted unless and until it is realized. That is the reason why company provide provisions or accident compensation fund, etc. So expecting that if anything happen negatively, the company should be able to meet. That is accident compensation fund. Okay, or bad debt provision for bad debts. reserves ഒക്കെ keep ചെയ്യും. A certain portion of profit will be set apart for meeting any contingencies in future. That is by anticipating all possible contingencies or any losses in future. Okay, so always try to be on the safer side. So anticipate for all losses and not for profit. ഇപ്പം നമുക്കറിയാം land value will appreciate, but it should not be accounted for. That is the principle of conservatism. Always should be on the safer side. That is the reason why they provide some provisions, etc., that we will discuss later when you work out problems. Then consistency. In certain cases, there are different methods are available or open for an accountant, like in the case of depreciation. The accountant can either follow written down value method or diminishing method. Whatever the accounting policy, it should be consistent year after year. It should not change from year to year. Why? What happens if an accounting policy of a company is changing every year? What is the problem? It is not possible for a comparison or a trend analysis or comparing any figure from the previous. It's not possible. So that is the reason why the accounting practices should remain consistent from accounting period to another. So any method is the depreciation policy. So year by year, she should not change the method from one method to another. So these are certain accounting concepts and conventions. Any doubts? The dual aspect concept, I'm going to explain that. What is dual aspect? Dual means?
Two.
Dual means?
Double.
Two.
More
Double,
than
two.
one.
Yeah, so while recording transaction, you consider always two-sided effect. I'll explain it with an example. So before that, the underlying principle of accounting, you must learn the formula. The basic accounting formula is asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. Asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. Before explain this formula, here please listen. Please listen carefully. In our example, Fatima was successfully running her business. And in between, she was in need of a bank loan, and she took bank loan from State Bank of India. Okay. Again, Ishan is our student. Ishan was a supplier of bamboo stick on credit. Ishan was ready to supply bamboo stick to Fatima on credit. Okay. So from when you think about company's point of view, these are liabilities. Company should pay. So company owes to bank and Ishan. Okay, is it clear? So these are liability. But capital is also a liability. Why? Because of the existence of the principle called business entity concept. Okay, the first principle we have studied is business entity concept. So because of that, the capital which is contributed by the owner is also a liability. But there is a difference. So this liability is an internal liability, that is to the owner. Right, so capital is known as internal liability, liability to the owner. These are bank or creditors are external parties. So now onwards, when liability, we mean the liability to outsiders. So for owner, instead of capital, there is another term called owner's equity. What is the difference between owner's equity and capital? We will discuss. Anyway, so understand one thing: the liability of a company is liability to outsiders and liability to the owner. Outsiders can be bank or creditors, etc., and it is to the owner. Is it clear? And company's asset will always equal to this liability. Asset is always equal to liability. Liability means external liability and internal liability. So the underlying formula is asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. Asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. What is the difference between capital and owner's equity? Simply liability plus capital is clear. But to be specific, it is not capital. Owner's equity is a wider term which includes capital. Owner's equity means owner's total claim from the business. After paying off all liability, what belongs to the owner, it is called owner's equity. So what belongs to the owner? The first thing is whatever money he invested in business, that is capital. In Fatima's business, Fatima started business by bringing 2 crores rupees cash. So that 2 crore belongs to the owner, right? Now, after 1 year, if company generated profit, that also belongs to the owner. Is it clear? So, capital plus profit. If company made any loss, that capital will be reduced considerably. So, the owner has to take entire risk. Then in between, if the owner brings any additional capital, that must be added to it, and the drawings will be less. So what is owner's equity? The difference between capital and owner's equity. Okay, owner's equity includes capital plus profit or minus loss, additional capital, drawings, etc. First point. Okay, so what is the formula? Here asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. Liability here means liability of the business to outsiders. Owner's equity means to the owner. So owner owes capital, profit plus additional. And the third point here in this formula is when the company made any expenses or losses, it will reduce owner's equity. Because what is the formula for profit? We will discuss in the first class. The profit is equal to this income minus expense, right? Income minus expense. Now, when income is greater than expense, there is profit. So all expenses will reduce owner's equity, profit and income will increase owner's equity. So these are the basic underlying concept behind the equation. I'll explain with an example how this formula work out. Asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. I'll explain with an example. That is why balance sheet is always asset is equal to liability. See, for example, here equity from Fatima started business with 2 crores capital. Okay, so this is only transaction in this business now. The owner brings 2 crores rupees capital. So now the owner's equity is equal to capital. No profit, nothing. Now with this 2 crores, company purchase assets. Cash it will be in cash is also an asset. And cash and all other assets together, it is 2 crores. Do you remember the assets are she purchased land and building, office furniture, computer, and balance in cash. This is the position. So with 2 crores rupees, company purchased certain assets and balance in cash. Or there is no cash is also. Now company need another 50 lakh rupees for purchasing a machinery. 50 lakh rupees for purchasing a machinery. So for that there is no cash, or the company would like to take loan. So the liability for outsiders will increase to 50 lakh. Correct. So here company purchase a new asset by taking loan. So the loan means company's external liability will increase by 50 lakh. Machinery asset is also increased by 50 lakh. So the total asset side is 2.5 crores. Here also 2.5 crores. Okay. Now the company decided to pay off liability. 25 lakh pay off liability will be reduced to 25 lakh. It is by paying the balance cash here. So here the 2 crores rupees will be how much? 2 crores from 25 lakh, 1.75. So the total here is 2.25 and 2.25. So always asset will be equal to liability because of the concept of double entry. Is it clear? The underlying formula is asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. So in the balance sheet, one side is asset and another side is owner's equity. Right from the beginning of journal, we are following the debit credit rule. One receiving aspect and one paying aspect. That is why the asset, balance sheet is tallying always. So that is the concept of accounting equation. Every transaction should have a two-sided effect. Remember, when machinery purchased by taking bank loan, what happened? Asset is increased, but the same time liability is increased. So that process will continue. So the basic accounting equation is asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. In order to understand this concept, there is a process called transaction analysis. Transaction analysis. I'll explain this with an example. Okay, is it clear? This formula and the concept like owner's equity, capital. Any doubt? Preeti, is it clear? Bibin, Christo,
Yes, yes.
Alan,
Yes, ma'am.
any doubt? This
Ma'am,
underlying
actually,
formula ആണ് ഇതില് ഇത് നന്നായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലാവണം. പറഞ്ഞോ.
ഈ ആക്ച്വലി അസറ്റിന്റെ ഒപ്പം നമ്മൾ ലയബിലിറ്റി മൈനസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഇക്വിറ്റി കിട്ടില്ലേ?
എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ലയബിലിറ്റി ഈ ലയബിലിറ്റി അല്ല, അത് കറക്റ്റ് ആണ്. ഇപ്പൊ അസറ്റ് ഇപ്പൊ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഇവിടെ അസറ്റ് ഈസ്
ഇന്റേണൽ ലയബിലിറ്റി അല്ല, ഇന്റേണൽ ലയബിലിറ്റി അല്ല, എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ലയബിലിറ്റി.
ഇതൊരു മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ ഫോർമുല ആണ്. അസറ്റ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു liability plus owner's equity. If that means owner's equity is equal to asset minus liability. Liability is equal to asset. അത് മാത്തമാറ്റിക്കൽ ഫോർമുലയിൽ വരുന്ന അതേ ഇത് തന്നെ. നമുക്ക് ചില ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിൽ ഞാൻ എക്സസൈസ് ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. How you can calculate liability, owner's equity and assets are given. Yes, correct. Liability is equal to asset minus. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് what is owner's equity? ഓണറിനുള്ള ക്ലെയിം. ഓണറിന് എന്താ ക്ലെയിം? കമ്പനിയുടെ അസറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്തുള്ളവർക്ക് കൊടുത്ത് ബാലൻസ് ഉള്ളതാണ് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഇക്വിറ്റി. ഇപ്പം അദ്ദേഹം ആരെ ഇപ്പൊ സംസാരിച്ച്?
ബിബിൻ.
ബിബിൻ പറഞ്ഞത് ഇങ്ങനെയാണ്, ഓണേഴ്സ് ഇക്വിറ്റി അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞത്?
ഓണേഴ്സ് ഇക്വിറ്റി is equal to asset minus liability. Internal liability. Sorry, internal, external liability
is equal to. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞു, നമ്മളിപ്പോ ഇനി തൊട്ട് ലയബിലിറ്റി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ലയബിലിറ്റി ആണ്. കാരണം നമ്മളിതിപ്പോ സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് പറയണേ. ലയബിലിറ്റി ഹിയർ മീൻസ് എക്സ്റ്റേണൽ ലയബിലിറ്റി, മറ്റേത് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഇക്വിറ്റി. ഇപ്പം ബിബിൻ പറഞ്ഞത് ഓണേഴ്സ് ഇക്വിറ്റി ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു അസറ്റ് മൈനസ് ലയബിലിറ്റി. അത് വളരെ ഇതിന്റെ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ് എന്താ? ബിസിനസിന്റെ അസറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്തുള്ളവർക്കുള്ള കൊടുത്തു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ബാക്കിയുള്ളതാണ് ഓണർക്ക്. അതാണല്ലോ മെയിൻ കോൺസെപ്റ്റ്. ഇത് ഫസ്റ്റ് പ്രിഫറൻസ്. ഇപ്പം കമ്പനി പൂട്ടാൻ പോവാണെങ്കിൽ ആദ്യം മാൻഡേറ്ററി ആയിട്ട് ബാങ്കിന് കൊടുക്കണം, കൊളാട്രൽ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി എടുത്ത് വെച്ച ലോൺസ് അതൊക്കെ. സോ whatever left after paying off all external liability, the remaining belongs to the owner. Correct. Is it clear? തിരിച്ചിട്ടാലും അതേ മീനിങ് തന്നെ വരും. ഓക്കെ, നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ക്ലിയർ ആവും. These are certain transactions. We will discuss how this formula work out. What is the formula? Asset is equal to liability plus owner's equity. Let us start. What is first example? Vivek, introduction of 5 lakh cash and 20,000 furniture. Vivek കേട്ടതല്ലേ? ഇപ്പൊ നന്നായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായി കാണും. So capital need not be in cash. എന്തുകൊണ്ടെന്നാലും that is capital. Here the owner brings furniture also. Okay, so the total capital, Arjun തല ചൊറിയുന്നുണ്ട്. Arjun, so what is the total amount of capital here? Owner എങ്ങനെയാ വന്നേ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തത്? With 5 lakh cash and 20,000 furniture. So the total capital is 5,20,000. So ഓണറിന്റെ സൈഡിൽ പോയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് എഴുതി? ഓണറിന്റെ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ഈസ് 5,20,000. What happened to the business? Business now there is cash 5 lakh and furniture 20,000. So the liability side is equal to asset side. Is it clear? Rakesh, Vinsu, Lian?
Yes, yes.
എല്ലാവർക്കും ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? ആകാശ്, സത്യദാസൻ. ആകാശ്?
ക്ലിയർ ആണ് മാം.
Okay. So now the second transaction. 2 lakh building purchase by paying 10,000 cash. 2 lakh building purchase by paying 10,000 cash. Okay. So we are studying the dual aspect concept. എങ്ങനെയാണ് double aspect വരുന്നതെന്ന്. What happened? 2 lakh building purchase and 10,000 cash. Now here cash is reduced by 10,000. അല്ലേ? Cash is reduced, but asset building is increased. Is it clear? Now, your cash balance is reduced to 4,90,000, but your building is increased to 2 lakh. The total asset is now here 7,10,000. Here also, here means we are paying only 10,000 cash. So what happened to the rest? 1,90,000 is credit.
Will be cost creditors.
That is a liability to the outsiders. They are known as creditors. So your liability will be increased by 1,90,000. Your asset building will be increased by 2 lakh, but cash balance will be reduced by 10,000. So that as the liability, the equation proves, as left side is equal to right side. Clear? കുറച്ച് ചെയ്ത് പഠിക്കണം. ഞാൻ കുറെ എക്സസൈസ് ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഞാൻ ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. Now deposited 3,000 cash into bank. Cash balance is reduced. നമ്മൾ കയ്യിൽ നിന്ന് 3,000 is reduced, but the bank is credited with 3 lakh. So the asset, there is no impact on liability side actually. One asset is changed to another asset. കയ്യിൽ നിന്ന് bank cash പോയി ബാങ്കിൽ credit ആയി. ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. Now paid by check 1,90,000. Christo, how it will affect accounting equation? Paid by check 1,90,000 to creditors.
ഇപ്പൊ ബാങ്കിലുള്ള എമൗണ്ടിന് 1,90,000 കുറയും.
Very good. Then
ലയബിലിറ്റിയും പോവും. 1,90,000 ലയബിലിറ്റി ഉള്ളത് മാഞ്ഞു.
ബാങ്കും പോയി, ആ ലയബിലിറ്റിയും പോയി അല്ലേ? Now your total asset is 5,20,000. ഇവിടെ ടോട്ടൽ കാണാം. Asset liability 5,20,000. Asset side is equal to liability side. Now the next transaction, purchase goods. 0, 1, 2, 3. പേര് ഞാൻ മറന്നുപോയി.
Aishwarya ma'am.
Aishwarya, tell me how this transaction affects the accounting equation.
Purchased goods. അപ്പം അത് അസറ്റില് വരും.
How much?
20,000. അല്ല purchase for 50,000 and അത് 50,000 വരും.
അസറ്റ് കൂടും.
എന്നിട്ട് ഓൺ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പം ലയബിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ടോ?
Okay. So 50,000 cash പോയി. Stock total purchase.
തെറ്റാണ്.
അല്ല, ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞത് we purchased 50,000 for cash and 20,000 for credit. Total purchase is 70,000. Okay. So you purchased stock worth rupees 70,000 in total, but we paid only 50,000. So cash will be reduced by 50,000. 20,000 is due on creditors. Is it clear? So we purchased 70,000 in total. We paid only 50,000. So cash will be reduced. This is external liability. Balance കൊടുക്കാനുള്ളത് അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് 20,000 കൊടുക്കാനുണ്ട്. So here also the accounting equation goes. Now, fixed transaction, Bibin.
25,000 cash sales. Ma'am, cash will be increased to 25.
Very good.
And the stock will be 20,000. Stock will be minus.
അപ്പോഴും മിസ്മാച്ച് വരത്തില്ലേ? ഈക്വൽ എമൗണ്ട് ലെസ് ആഡോ ആയാലല്ലേ അക്കൗണ്ടിങ് ഇക്വേഷൻ ഈക്വൽ ആവുള്ളൂ. 5,000 ഡിഫറൻസ് വരും. അതെന്ത് ചെയ്യും? What is that 5,000?
It's actually profit, right?
Very good. Profit belongs to whom?
Owner's
equity. You know the formula ഓർക്കുന്നില്ലേ? Owner's equity, capital, profit എല്ലാം. Okay. So 20,000 stock will be less, but you get cash 25,000. Balance 5,000 is the profit, which is to the owner's equity. Clear? This is how left side is equal to right side. Then bank loan received. Arjun, bank loan received. Not audible.
Hello.
Bank loan received.
Bank cash കൂടും.
Yeah.
And liability side loan വന്നിട്ട്
Very
1
good.
lakh.
Very good. Okay. Now the left right, assets total is this, liability total is this. You can prepare balance sheet also. Straight away, if you can prepare balance sheet, the cash balance 1,75,000, bank balance 1,10,000, stock, furniture 2 lakh, creditors, capital, then you can prepare a balance sheet also. Okay, so this is the concept of transaction analysis. But this is practically impossible for you to list out all assets here before doing a problem. The mandatory examiner, but for understanding the concept only, I'm explaining this. But this is the way you can prepare it. Like heading is statement showing the effect of various transactions on accounting equations. This is the heading. If you can work out this problem, that would be better. One question in this format. Okay. Can you draw this? This statement in this format? The heading statement showing the effect of various transactions on accounting equation, and provide a date column, a transaction column, and asset, liability, honest equity. Transaction, asset, liability, honest equity. So can you just work out this question? This is the question. And prove that accounting equation proves after every transaction. So this is the first transaction. Commence business with 5 lakh. Commence business with 5 lakh. This question I have tannittundu. It is there in the Google Classroom. So you need not rewrite it now. You please solve this question. In this format, here you can give a small narration of the transaction. Commence business with cash. Here you don't need to list out all asset or draw separate column. Instead, ഏത് asset ആണോ affected ആവുന്നത് അതിന്റെ പേര് കൊടുക്കുക. Here, the both it is capital and cash. So commence business with cash. So the cash increased to 50 lakh and capital is increased to 50 lakh. രണ്ടും എഴുതുക. Then find out the total. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് double line ഇട്ട് പോവാം. And proves that asset is equal to liability. രാകേഷ്
Yes, miss.
ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടോ? ജിൻസു, ലിയാൻ, ആകാശ്
ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് മാം.
ചെയ്ത് നോക്കൂ കേട്ടോ. നിങ്ങൾ വീഡിയോ ഓഫ് ചെയ്യുന്നവരെ എനിക്ക് കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്തതുകൊണ്ട്. അലൻ, okay, is it over? First transaction. So let me go to second transaction. Purchase goods for cash. Purchase goods for cash. So give a small narration. Purchase goods for cash. What happened when you purchase? Stock and cash. When you purchase stock, stock is increasing. If it is decreasing, you can either put a negative symbol, or if it is in bracket, it means negative. So stock worth rupees 25,000 is increased because you are purchasing it. But cash 25,000 goes out. So there is no effect on liability or on equity. Clear? So how it will affect the total asset? Same ആണ്. Jilu, you are not doing. ചെയ്തു. Okay. So asset is equal to liability. Now when third transaction, purchase goods on credit. Listen, what is the transaction? Purchased goods on credit. Here what happened? Stock balance is increased by 50,000. Right? Stock is coming in and it is increased, but you are not paying money. Since you are not paying money, it is your liability to the outsider. Creditor balance will increase to 50,000. Clear? Now, fourth transaction, bought furniture for cash. Bought furniture for cash, 4,000. So furniture is coming in, cash is going out. Same. Then fifth transaction, cash paid to creditors. Cash paid to creditors. Cash balance will decrease by 60,000. But since you are paying to your creditors, now creditors are also reduced by 6,000. Now you have to pay only 9,000 to the creditors. Out of 50,000, you paid 6 lakh. But the cash balance is again decreased. No change in owner's equity. Then you paid rent. This is very important. What happened when you pay an expense? Arjun, is it clear? Till 6 transaction? Okay.
Yeah,
When you pay rent, what happened? Bibin?
Ma'am, cash will
Cash
reduce.
minus. Here,
And
the
equity
formula
also
of profit is income minus expense. I told you, any increase in profit will or income or gain will increase owner's equity. Any losses or expenses or drawings will decrease owner's equity. So here it is an expense, so it will decrease owner's equity. Then received commission. So you are increasing cash and increasing the profit position also. This is the total. Left side is equal to right side. The last transaction, bank loan received. When you receive bank loan, your cash will increase, but at the same time, the external liability will also increase considerably. Now you can prepare a balance sheet also by taking all assets and liabilities. Okay, that we can do later also. So this is the way you have to work out. There is also an example of an existing business. When you prepare accounting transaction for existing business, first transaction would not be introducing capital. But what is the first transaction is to bring back the closing balance of previous year is your opening balance. This is how it looks. This is an existing business. You are preparing it for the month of April. So this is the closing balance. Cash, furniture, bank, creditors, debtors, loan, etc. Exam point of view, അത്ര important അല്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ഒരുപാട് ടെൻഷൻ അടിക്കണ്ട കേട്ടോ. Just ഒരു main ആയിട്ട് നിങ്ങളുടെ concept must be clear how this asset side is equal to liability. Okay, so you go through the solutions. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay, so this concept clear, no?
Yes.
The basic accounting formula, dual aspect concept, double entry system. This system is called double entry. You are entering the both aspects, the receiving and giving aspect. So entire accounting is based on this formula and certain principles and conventions. Any doubt? Okay. Then good night.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.